Hey y'all, and welcome back to Joey's Booked. I am here with Tabitha today, and we are on the road because we are going to be doing the McKay's 50th anniversary road trip. So McKay's is a local bookstore here in the Tennessee, North Carolina area, and we live in Nashville, and it is a store that we go to a lot. It's used books and trade-ins and stuff like that. If you've seen one of my previous book hauls, then that is often where I book haul from, because it's just a cheaper option and I can trade in and get credit with all of the books that I've already read. For the McKay's 50th anniversary road trip, there are 5 bookstores between North Carolina and Nashville, Tennessee, and if you hit all 5 in one day, you can get up to $800 worth of trade-in credit for free. And we're going to have like little passports that they're giving out and everything like that. Today, we are going to drive all the way to North Carolina. Where is it we're going again in North Carolina? Greensboro, North Carolina. And we are going to stay the night there. And tomorrow, we will be hitting all of these bookstores. Because of the way this trip is, I'm not sure what all that's going to look like. I don't think we're going to have a lot of book shopping time until the end. But we are just going to kind of see what all we can find, and we're going to kind of vlog this experience along the way. Hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. I did bring about 4 or 5 books with me to read on this trip because Tabitha is going to insist on driving probably the entire time. But I don't know what I'm reading yet, so I'll update on those along the way. But we will check in with you guys later and go from there. Nashville, North Carolina at this point, and we've still got about 2.5 hours to go until we get to our destination. So at this point we are halfway, a little over halfway, and so far I have finished Paradise Rot by Jenny Haval. This was a really weird read. It was queer, it was very allegorical and symbolic. It is translated from Norwegian, and I don't really know what all to say on this one. It has a lot of weird themes on femininity and rot. It was just strange. It was really strange. It was one of those things that feels a lot like a fever dream when you are reading it, and I think some of it probably went over my head where I was listening to it on audio as well and just reading it at a quick speed. Basically, in Paradise Rot, you are following Jo, who is an exchange student from Norway, when she gets to wherever her program is. I think it's in England. So Jo meets Carl when she is looking for somewhere to live. Carl basically needs a roommate, and she moves in, and it kind of becomes this weird obsession story, and it's weird, it's strange. I'm gonna give it about 3 stars at that point. That's really all I've got to say on it. So from here, I think I'm gonna pick up another book, and I'll check in with you guys later. Greensboro, North Carolina, and this is where we are going to be starting our McKay's trip tomorrow. We have checked into our hotel room. I've read just a little bit more. I don't have the book cover on the book right now. I did go ahead and start The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Turton. I'm not going to have a lot of updates on the book itself as I'm reading it, because I am saving this for another vlog that I'm excited to talk to you guys about later on. But I am really enjoying it so far. We're here, we're gonna get some sleep because we've got to be up early in the morning to hit our first McKay's in Mebane. We are gonna hit our first stop tomorrow in Mebane, and we will update you guys from there. We are on the road and we are on the way to our first McKay's stop at Mebane. We are on the way to pick up our passports for the road trip, and I'm not sure what it's going to look like. We're getting there really early this morning, like 2 hours in advance. See how crazy it is. Hopefully it's not too bad. Grab our stuff, go from there. Once we have everything, we will check back in and be on our way to our next stop. Back on the road, and currently we are actually headed to Knoxville. We went ahead and stopped at our first two stops, and we picked up our passport, and we have our first two stamps of the trip. We did get there early enough, and they gave us a t-shirt, and then from Knoxville we will be heading to Chattanooga and then Nashville. We don't have time to shop or anything on these stops. Hopefully we can get through with some pretty good time, and then see you once we're done in Knoxville. Stop 3 at Knoxville is done, and on the way, well, in the line, we actually met a couple that was from the North Carolina side of this that was traveling the opposite direction, and I finally have an answer, and it is pronounced Mebane. At Knoxville, we were able to pick up our $50 worth of credit for our third stop. We got a nice little snack pack, which I was hungry and already ate, so I'm not going to share that. But I got some Oreos and Fritos. And then we also got a nice little water cup that has a custom McKay's logo on it. Our next stop is to Chattanooga, which is only about, what, an hour and a half away? And then only one stop left from there, and we have completed the ultimate road trip with McKay's. Oh, and before I forget, apparently there have been changes to the rules. So one of our earlier stops in North Carolina, we apparently didn't have to make anymore because traffic has gotten absolutely insane on the North Carolina line, and it is a big safety issue, which is understandable. But because of that, they've made some changes to the rules. So unfortunately, we are still having to make all 5 trips because it only affects the 2 North Carolina stops we already made.
And we were in Tennessee when we were told.
Yeah, we were already almost to Knoxville because apparently we are ridiculously ahead of schedule, and everyone's like, how have you already gotten here? And we're like, by driving and planning.
By me.
Yeah, pretty much. So only travel with Tabitha if you're willing to put your safety on the line.
I am a safe driver. Now, some of these other people are not, but I am a safe driver. Okay?
Anyways, we are on our way to Chattanooga. The air is off and we are dying, so we're gonna cut it here. See you later. Fourth stop is down, and we are done at Chattanooga. That was probably the quickest one yet. We are now on our way to our last stop in Nashville, and then it is on home. So that we should have probably one more update left as we go in. That means that our credit value is now up to $300. And we did get these fun little road maps. Just show kind of the trip we made. We also met a really cool guy that was traveling with his dog and was in front of us in line, and he was just really nice talking with us. Hopefully we're going to see him in Nashville because we want to play with his dog. That's really about what there is to it. Tabitha agrees with her nugs because we stopped for dinner.
This is our last stop.
Yeah, this is our last stop, and we've only got about an hour and a half left. Also have had some fun with some other people that have been doing the trip. Lots of friendly people that are just, you know, honking as they see that you're also on the same trip, and even stop and pull over if they're stopping in the same spot. So it's been really cool seeing how this has brought so many readers and just other collectors and things together, maybe that are whatever they're going for. So it's been really neat. We will see you in Nashville, McKay's, at our hometown store.
Stamp you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yay, thank you.
But we have finally finished the road trip and hit our last stop in Nashville, which means we have both walked away with our $500 in credit along with our other stuff we've shown you. And we finished this just in time because apparently everywhere else it has been absolutely insane and crazy. As we were at the Nashville spot turning in the last of our stuff, they kept asking us, they were like, what do you mean you hit all 5 spots? Apparently everything has gotten absolutely insane as this road trip has gone on. The Knoxville store has like shut down because there was like at least 20 people like injured or something and had accidents due to like heat strokes and stuff where the lines had gotten so long. We walked in like a 5-minute period. Like, they were just like, how did you even do this? And we had a really great time because we scheduled everything out, and everywhere we went was just a quick step in. We met some really cool people along the way, even if it was just in brief stuff, and I'm gonna make sure I get these names right one more time. We've had a couple people message us that have seen our Instagram post on the way and just checked in, and it's been fun watching your guys' journeys. So thank you to Juliana Reeds and Bohannon Bookish. It was really great. Even though it was short conversations, it was nice kind of keeping up with your journeys also along the way. Thank you to our friends whose names we did not get, including White Kia Sedona. It was really nice fun. We traveled this whole trip with this car, and we kept passing each other at every stop, every spot along the way, and never actually met them until like the last 5 minutes when we saw where they were parked. And somehow their trunk popped open, and we waited until we could alert someone to call them to get them out. But it was so great finally meeting you. We had a lot of fun passing back and forth. And to Guy with Dog, because you had a cute dog and we really wanted to pet him, but you left before we could. So, we also don't know his name, but we met this cool guy in Chattanooga and we just really liked his dog. So, it was a lot of fun. So many nice people along the way, so many supportive people cheering each other on. It was a lot of fun and we really enjoyed it. Reading updates are just what they are. I'm still reading The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Turton. Really enjoying it, and I'll update you guys in a future video on that one. It has been long, it's been tiring. I can only imagine driving as much as Tabitha has. It's been a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. It's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.